Hello, my name's Julian and I'm going to show how you can easily create videos just using your smartphone that will showcase the brilliant work that primary producers are doing across Australia. Imagine being able to create your own landline type videos. Well, how do I know that? Because I used to work for landline. I'm a videographer. I've been out there for decades and I've worked for ABC TV, BBC, National Geographic, Discovery, but I'm also now known as Australia's most hated videographer. And the reason is because I tell you all the inside secrets. This is a quick start guide. I'm going to give you the 20% of the knowledge that you need to generate 80% of the results. So park your tractor, pull up a stump, and let's get going. I'm going to start with two concepts that are going to make your video life easier. And the first one is by explaining to you that there's a big mistake when businesses, whether it's a rural business or a city-based business, are making when it comes to video. They think, oh, we've got to use video now. We've got a video problem. No, you don't. What you've got to understand is businesses out there now have a trust problem because we are living in an age where consumer trust in larger organizations is going down. Banks have let us down, churches have let us down, politicians let us down. We're tired of picking up the phone and speaking to a machine when we ring a larger organization. And at the same time that this trust is going down, our trust in each other for getting information is going up. We're going human to human. We want to know what our friends and our peers think. We go online and we research for reviews and unboxing videos. So this is very important. And this is a big boost out there for people working in rural industries because by and large, we trust people in the country more. So this is a bit of a trump card that you've got up your sleeve. Now is the time to play it. Please understand that you, with all your lumps and your bumps and your wrinkles of your life well lived, you are the perfect person to be on video now and explain to people what you're doing and how it can benefit them. So understand that video is not the secret sauce. You are. Don't get hung up on the technology. You got a smartphone. Get started with that. This is all about you. Exciting times. The second concept, I want you to understand that in the 40 years I've been out there doing video, it's wonderful now because it used to be really hard. It is getting so much easier. And again, this works in your benefit. Access to technical knowledge has gone up. Just go onto Google and type in, you'll find the information and the answers that you want. But at the same time, the technical difficulty is going down because AI, artificial intelligence, and the computational power that is inbuilt into particularly smart devices like your smartphone is just getting better and better. So great times. And the other thing I want you to understand is, so I'm going to teach you a few techniques to be able to gather a bit of video. Don't get hung up on the editing. Outsource it. And do you know who's really good at doing it? Kids. I can't tell you how good they are at editing video. And within your local communities, within your schools, there are going to be kids who can do this really well for you. And you're also giving a young person an opportunity. There's a win-win. All right, we're going to power on. I'm going to talk about smartphones here and all types of smartphones, whether you have an Apple, whether you have an Android phone, they have two types of cameras, and this is what interests us. The first type of camera, we all know this is the selfie camera. Yep, that's the one we take the selfie photos with. And then the other one is the back camera. That's when you turn around, and generally that's the one that you'll use if you want to record video of something that's not you. Going to start by telling you how to shoot with the back camera. Now this is really quite simple. What you have to remember is bite, flight, bright. You can say that. First thing is byte. That's gigabytes. Video is data hungry. So we've got to clear up a bit of space on our phone. So if you're one of these people that have your 8,000 must-have holiday photos and all your photos stored on your phone, you're going to have to clear up a little bit of space. Second thing you need to do is flight. Put your phone into flight mode when you're making videos, because remember, it is a phone, and there's nothing worse than getting the best shot of the day or recording a little bit of talking to camera and you're thinking, I'm going to get it, and someone rings you and ruins your shot. So just put it into flight mode. Then the next thing you need is bright. And that is, we all keep our brightness on our phone wound down to save on battery power. So what you need to do is just put the brightness up there. So that's bite, flight, bright. The next thing you need to know is, rather than picking up your phone and going, well, I need to shoot some shots of my grapes or my process inside the factory, and you just, what am I going to shoot? Here's what you shoot. 3 words or 3 phrases: wide shot, mid shot, close up. These 3 phrases, wide shot, mid shot, close up, are going to account for 95% of all the video that you are going to shoot in the next 10 years. I guarantee it. And it's really easy. So anytime you go into a situation, the first thing you do is shoot a wide shot. Oh, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds. Depends how interesting it is. The next thing you do is you shoot a mid shot. Another 10 seconds. So just go in tighter. What's the main action that's happening? Once you've done that, shoot a close up. Just go in tighter. Wide shot, mid shot, close up. Now there's a rhythm to this. Come along with me. You shoot a wide shot, you shoot a mid shot, you shoot a close up. Shoot a wide shot, shoot a mid shot, shoot a close up. So you get the idea. Now you don't have to do wide mid. You could do a couple of wides, couple of mid shots, close up. You mix it up. But what you're doing is you're providing building blocks to give to someone who's going to edit. They will love you if you do this one simple thing. All right, we're now going to flip the camera around, the phone around. We're going to use the selfie camera. This is probably the most important camera of all. Now, if your phone is anything within the last 4 years or so, you've got a reasonably recent phone, 4 years old, the selfie camera is really good. And I encourage you to use it when you're speaking, because it's easier for you to set everything up. So we all want to look and we want to sound good. So how do we do that? Very, very simple. You're going to listen for, look out, lock off. Listen for, look out, lock off. What you're going to do first thing is listen for background sounds. Noisy locations, you want to get away from them. You want to get away from revving machinery, turn off radios or TV, people talking, get rid of all those. You want a quiet location. Why? Because distractions dilute your message. If there's other stuff that's going on distracting your audience from listening to you, they're not listening to you and the important message that you're delivering for. Next thing you do is you look out. So we want to get some light on you. We want you to look good, because you're the most interesting part of what's going on in this story. So look out a window, or maybe you're standing in a large shed. Stand in the shed and look towards the open door so the light is coming back and falling on you. And that way, when the light comes that way, makes you look younger. Then what you want to do, lock off. You don't want to hand hold your smartphone because it moves around. Distractions. Distractions dilute your message. So how do you lock off your camera? Well, you can get some cheap selfie type sticks or a cheap tripod. You don't need anything. You don't need to get a special, head on a tripod that you can move around. You just want to lock it off steady. So if you don't have any of those, I don't use those that often. I like to use things like blue tack or any sort of putty that you can wad into a ball. You can get an amazingly steady shot that way. You can take 4 pieces of blue tack, stick them to the back of a phone and stick it against a wall, but don't do it over concrete. You've been warned. For the mechanically minded out there, the binder clips. Get some of those big spring back clips. wedge the handles apart a little bit wider so you can get your phones in there. You can make something out of that. My favorite is the coffee cup. Always find one of these lying around. All you've got to do is gouge a groove in the top. It does not have to look pretty. Slot your phone in. It's a wonderfully stable device. Do you know how you can use lentils? How do you get a steady eye-level shot when you don't have a tripod? You place a chair on a table, then you stack whatever is at hand to build up the extra height to your eye level. Then you fill a sandwich bag about 2/3 full with rice or lentils or grain. Nest your smartphone in this, adjust the angle, and now your hands are free to better illustrate the topic you're talking about. How to look and sound good. Step 2. What you want to do is level, locate, and lock. So the first thing you need to do is you need to put your camera lens to eye level. So don't rest things down on the deck so they're looking up your nose or it's way too high. Just get it roughly, as I'm doing here, about eye level. Now, where do you look? So if you're using your selfie phone, you've got to find the lens, because if you're doing a TV interview, or as I'm looking at you, I'm looking straight down the barrel of the lens. Now, there's a bit of a problem when we're using our selfie phone because, like we set up the selfie shot and what are we looking at? We're looking at ourselves on the screen. However, that's not where the lens is. The lens is located off to the side. So you have to locate your lens. How do you locate the lens? You put your camera in selfie mode, take your finger and start pressing around on anything that looks like a bit of a hole. And when you see your finger cover the whole screen, that's where the lens is. Once you've done that, you're going to mark it. I just use bits of fluoro tape. I'm looking at them right here, right now. That's what I'm seeing. So once you've located it, then you're going to lock onto the lens when you're talking. Now, there's a bit of a problem when you're using your selfie phone like this, because what do you see off to the side? You see your face onto the screen. And what do your parents and your teachers told you all the way when you've been growing up? When you're talking to people, look at everyone and engage people, look people in the eye. So you're going to see those big set of eyes there, your eyes, and they're like magnets. They pull you across. And then you think, oh no, that bloke told me I've got to be looking at the lens. And then you look back and you see the eyes. And now you're doing this and you look shifty. Looks even worse. So very simple, cover your screen up. Put a post-it note in there, fold a handkerchief over, a bit of paper. It doesn't matter what you do, just cover your screen up. Make sure you don't cover the lens up. That's not good. Then all you need to do is press record. Yep. And you want to press record today. Don't delay on this. If you use those simple techniques, you're into the video game. And look, I'm a psychic. I guarantee that your 20th video is going to be better than your first video. So just get going on the first video, just keep making them, and this gets easier and easier, and you are into the video game. If you want to know any more or get any more help, you can always come and visit me at www.julianmather.com. Hope this helped.